Hello everyone, and welcome to a special episode of the Let's Play series. Today I'm going to be answering your questions while doing some maintenance around the base. I ask you to submit your questions here on YouTube in a community post, and also in our Discord. But with that said, let's just get straight into the first question. So the first question comes from TanZXM from the Discord, and they ask, when did you start as a builder in Minecraft? So I actually started playing the game in 2011. I was playing on and off for quite a few years, but right at the beginning of 2021, I decided to start taking it a little bit more seriously, and I started posting my builds to Instagram. Here's one of the first builds that I posted over there. It's kind of like a ravine base idea sort of thing. I still really like this build though. It'd be cool to do something like it again, I think. Moving on to question number 2, and that comes from Slipper on YouTube, and they ask, who is your favourite Minecraft YouTuber? Now, I'm absolutely spoiled for choice here, but if I had to pick one, I think it would be Etho. The next question comes from my friend Twiglet, and he asks, bath or shower? I'm going to say shower. Next, we got a question from Alan from YouTube, and they ask, pet name, pet reveal. I got 3 pets, 2 cats, and 1 dog. Here's Lilith, our oldest cat, Freddy just chilling out in a box, and here's my dog Indy, having the time of her life on the beach. Next up, we got a question from Eris on the Discord, and they ask, what is your favourite block palette to use? Well, I'll say, let's just go take a look at something I've been working on. So here's a tower design that I've got. I've really been enjoying using granite and rooted dirt, and along with jungle and oakwood, I think it makes a really effective mix. Next up, we got a question from Crunchy on YouTube, and they ask, what do you use to record/edit your videos? So to record my gameplay, I use a program called OBS. And then to record all the cinematic stuff that you see in my videos, I use a mod called Replay Mod. Then once I got all that footage, I edit in a program called Premiere Pro. Editing is something I'm learning as I'm going along making these videos. Hopefully I can improve over time though. Now we got a question from the Spliffix on YouTube, and they ask, what is your favourite Minecraft SMP? Now I don't really watch too much SMP content, but whenever I do, it's usually Hermitcraft. But if I could pick an all-time favourite from history, it would definitely be Minecraft Season 2. Next, we got a question from my friend Frogcrafting, and she asks, which of your builds you've done is your favourite and why? I'm going to pair this with a question from Daniel, who asks, are you planning on joining a server? Now, I already am part of a server, but I've not posted any YouTube videos about it. Everything that I've done on this server was live on Twitch, and that server is the Imperial SMP. And yeah, let's take a look at my base, which also happens to be my favourite build that I've ever done. I tried to go for like a sort of medieval steampunk kind of vibe, and I built up this huge archway entrance kind of thing. But yeah, leading in, you can see my little sort of starter home thing as well. And I also started building this sort of Venice-inspired, townscaper-inspired island. Nice colourful area. Next up, we got a question from OctoX from YouTube, and they ask, who did you learn your building skills from? Now, this could be a really long story, but I'm going to keep it short. When I started uploading to Instagram, I started to meet a lot of people in that community. Not only did I meet a lot of great builders, I also met a lot of great friends as well. And from playing with these friends, I started to learn a lot of different tips and different styles of building. I think when you build something with someone, you start to see firsthand how their brain's working. And in doing that, you can pick up tips and sort of implement them into your own builds. I had a lot of questions asking how to improve building skills, and I think I'd say just play with other people, pick up on things that they're doing, and then take that away and try and implement that in your own style. That may not work for everyone, but it is what worked for me. Now we got a question from my friend Sev on YouTube. She asked a couple here, but I'm going to just answer one. She asked, what do you enjoy more, streaming or making videos? This is a really good question, but I think overall I'd say I enjoy making videos more. I think it's just more of a creative outlet for me. Not only is it just being creative making builds and stuff, but it's also being creative in the sort of edit of the video. But this doesn't mean I don't love streaming. Just as of right now, I only have time to do one or the other, and right now it's just YouTube. Here's hoping that can change soon though. Next is a question from CubeNerd on the Discord, and they ask, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? No. Next we got a question from Easy on YouTube, and they say Pokemon or Digimon? Honestly, there's only one correct answer here. I mean, I played both as a kid, but you know it's got to be Pokemon. Just look at my Snorlax collection, and the Pikachus. Anyway, now we got a question from Senan, and they ask, have you ever played any modded Minecraft? I have actually played a whole ton of modded Minecraft, maybe even more so than vanilla thinking about it. I've played a lot of the sort of Sky Factory stuff, Agrarian Skies as well, but I think my favourite overall mod pack was definitely SevTech Ages. That could be a really fun one to do on stream. Next up, we got a question from Cowan on the Discord, and they ask, do you plan your builds in creative before building them in survival? Now, for the most part, yes, I do. At the very least, I come up with a sort of base idea in creative. Like here, you can see some of the buildings I've done for the village, and some of the custom trees as well. I think in creative, it's a little bit easier to go the extra mile, and give your build just the little pop that it needs. I also found this cool build on the flat world. I just thought I'd show it off. Something I did with my friend Rofo Rex for the Imperial SMP. Next, we got a question from Henny on the Discord, and they ask, your favourite food? Now this is a tricky one for me. I like a lot of different food, honestly. And my real life job being a chef, it's kind of difficult just to pick one. But as soon as I'm being forced to, I think I have to say just a classic British chicken roast dinner. I'm not really sure what the equivalent of that is in other countries, but I mean, you can probably just Google it. The next question is from Jacob on YouTube, and they ask, where do you find inspiration for your builds? I get inspiration from a lot of different places, be that like things in real life or things that I see online. Pinterest and ArtStation are two really good websites for getting inspiration for builds, but sometimes I'll just go with the flow, place blocks and see what happens. Next up, we got a question from Batman on YouTube, and they ask, is YouTube your job? At the moment, YouTube is not my job. Like I said before, I'm a chef, but you never know what will happen in the future. Fingers crossed. Next, we got a question from my good friend Go Number 4, and he asks, pasta, rice, or potatoes? Now, this is probably the most important question I've had today. It is a really tough choice, but I'm thinking if I can only pick one, it kind of has to be potatoes. I mean, who doesn't love fries? Now we got a question from Nils on the Discord, and he asks, when will you stream again? I miss annoying you in chat. Now, streaming is definitely something I'm going to get back into, but like I said before, I've only really got time to do one or the other as of right now. I'd definitely like to try and integrate the YouTube content into the Twitch content as well. As soon as I figure that out though, we'll definitely be back streaming. Now we got a question from Thigh5G on the Discord, and they ask, what motivated you to start a YouTube channel? Now, when I started out on Instagram, I never really intended on starting a YouTube channel, even though it was something I've always wanted to do. This whole journey just started as a little bit of fun for me during lockdown, and has kind of evolved over time into what it is today. And the people that I've met on this journey have kind of inspired me to take things further and further. I had a lot of people on Instagram ask for tutorials for builds that I was posting, and it got to a point where I thought to myself, I'm just going to give this a go. I started out by making simple cinematic tutorials. The aim was kind of have like a relaxing sort of vibe. But after making a few of those, I kind of sat back and thought, I don't really think this sort of content is for me. And that's when I decided I'd start streaming on Twitch. And throughout that time, I think I gained a little bit of confidence in like public speaking and all that sort of stuff. And with all that extra confidence, I thought it was a good time to start making my Let's Plays. And well, yeah, now here we are. And now the final question comes from Dinesh on YouTube, and they ask, what are your future plans for this channel? Now this is a really good question, and it's something I've been thinking about a lot. Of course I want to continue the Let's Play series, but I think I also want to add some other ones as well. And just like we've been doing with the Let's Play series, I really have your input in what sort of content is posted on this channel. So if you made it this far into the video, and you have an idea of what sort of content you want to see, then please let me know in the comments. I'm going to be reading them all, replying to as many as I can. But what I will say is, there is a new series in the works, and that's coming pretty soon. But with all that done, let's take a look at what we've added to our world. So, this isn't much, but I've built a little path that leads all the way from our castle right down to our mob spawner entrance. I think this is something I want to do a lot more of in our world. Adding paths to different places I think adds a lot of atmosphere, and this gives a bit of cohesion for all the different builds scattered around our base. But that's all I've got time for today, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.